Hello everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I think I might have mentioned this before, but I kind of doubt it. And I just wanted to say this part of the story as a way of maybe, if you guys could understand probably what happened, or what most likely happened. I did have an experience of what would you call a UFO sighting. I was about 5 years old. This was like around 1976. It was kind of late at night. There was no school. It was during the summer, I take it. I remember vaguely certain parts of it because it was so long ago. I remember I was in my bedroom. My mom was in there putting away some clothes that she just finished washing and drying. She was folding up laundry and putting it in the dresser, in the drawers, putting things away. I remember looking out the window, just staring for a long period of time while my mom was, doing her thing with the laundry. She was taking stuff out of the laundry basket on top of the bed. I told my mom, "What's that? What's that in the sky?" And she was just like folding and saying, "Oh, I'm pretty sure it's a plane." "Are you sure? What's that?" And then she just glanced real quick. She said, "Mijo, it's just a plane." She just looked at it for about a second, and then she just went back to her folding up the laundry. And then I said, "If it's a plane, how come it's not moving?" And she was like, "Oh my gosh, little kid, the things they say and stuff like that." So she wanted to prove to me that it was just a plane. So she looked out the window with me, and she was about to say, look, it's just a plane." And then she pretty much got very startled. She looked out the window with me and saw this huge craft. I could probably try to draw it. It's been a while since I drew, but I drew it, and then that was way after. But we saw it, and it was a huge saucer shaped, and it was just hovering, and it made no sound whatsoever. Nothing. It was metallic, and for some strange reason, it seemed like I said, I vaguely remember, but my mom remembers it in detail. And she got so excited and, overwhelmed by it. She says, go tell your grandmother. Go tell your grandmother what's going on." And I said, "No, I'm scared." And I was holding on to her real tight. And she said, that's okay. You don't have to go. It's okay." It was there for I don't know how long, a few minutes or something. I don't know how long exactly. And then it finally made a sound, like a kind of like sound, just in a weird type of, it's kind of hard to explain. And then they just very quickly disappeared. They just flew away. And even though I vaguely remember she remembers it greatly. And that was something that it was really difficult to explain. And when she later on, right away after it left, she went to my grandmother's room and told her what happened. And again, my grandmother acted very strangely. She had a very odd behavior. I don't remember too much exactly what they said, what she said to her, you know, as far as her response. But she did find my grandmother's behavior very odd. And now that she looks back at it, not only was it very odd, but it was also very suspicious. And that's when I started having nightmares. I think something happened, because that's when I started having nightmares of being taken aboard the craft. And how in the fuck did that even happen right away? You would think to yourself. Or maybe it happened in some earlier in that night, or later in that night. Who knows? Who knows what the fuck when it happened? But I was always fearful of that noise that it made. And even though I vaguely remember how it sounds like and stuff like that, I know that if I ever heard it again, my memory will just come back, real quick like that. That's the thing that I experienced, and I thought it was very, very disturbing. And I don't know, a part of me wants to actually, not that I want to see it again, but to see it again without any type of danger. And to, like, if I was with somebody, with a couple of people and we all saw it, but without any kind of danger to me, the typical fear of it touching ground, or a beam of light taking us into the craft, or being abducted, all these type of fearful things that the typical person would think of, that kind of thing. Without any of that stuff happening. And then just get overwhelmed by it, and then talk about it with certain people that we know that would believe us. And just pretty much leave it at that. But then at the same time, there's another part of me who doesn't want to experience something like that. Unless if it's a malevolent. If it's something good, then that's different. But then, of course, you don't know what the hell you're going to be confronted with. That's the thing. All these type of things were very, very strange, and at times disturbing. And there was about maybe 1 or 2 things that I remember seeing that was very horrific. It was extremely horrific, like crazy. And there's something that happened to me that, to this very day, it actually pisses me off. It pisses me off like crazy. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And to all of you, take care.